In today's video, Jeffree Star's past comes back to haunt him when his past friendship and support of accused child pred Dahive Vanity gets brought back into the light. That story coming up now. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. If you're a return subscriber, I really do appreciate your continued support. If you're new here and you enjoy these types of videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Everyone give this video a big thumbs up, click on that notification bell and select it to all. That way you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Before we get started, and as always, I do need to remind you all that I am a drama commentary channel. I have opinions and I speak them freely. Opinions are not facts, they never have been facts, and they never will be facts. Due to the nature of this video, I do need to also give you a trigger warning. If you are sensitive to topics such as sexual assault and mental abuse, please click off now. I also need to let you know that all of the information in this video is alleged. I cannot prove nor deny anything. Again, all the information I have gathered for this video is alleged. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive in. Jeffree Star and Dahive Vanity of Blood on the Dance Floor have a long and complicated past, and recently Jeffree's former friendship and support of Dobby has put him in the hot seat. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Dahive Vanity and what he has been and continues to be accused of, I will go ahead and give you the rundown. I feel it's best to give you as much information as possible so you understand the seriousness of the situation and so you can also form your own opinion. I will be sure to post several articles detailing Dahive Vanity's alleged crimes down below in the description box, as well as informative videos from Repzilla and Hansen. Please check them out. Jesus David Torres, more commonly known as Dahive Vanity, was a hairstylist that got his start on MySpace. Dahive quickly gained popularity among young adults, and with internet celebrity status under his belt, he decided to start his own band known as Blood on the Dance Floor in 2006. Although Blood on the Dance Floor was seemingly a success, the group encountered many setbacks over the years. Band member Garrett Ecstasy left and was replaced by J. Von Monroe. Venues refused to allow the group to play. They were removed from the 2014 Come Be Christ tour. Well-known retailers dropped their merchandise, and J. Von Monroe left in 2016, dissolving the group. All of these setbacks the group endured can be traced back to one person, Dahive Vanity. Since 2009, over 20 women have come forward and accused the electropop singer of sexual assault, child M, and R. The vast majority of the women that have spoken out were underage at the time the alleged assaults took place. The Huffington Post reported that Dahive Vanity was charged with lewd or lascivious battery in 2007 after he forced a 14-year-old girl to give him oral sex after he had worked on her hair while her mother was out. The police department dropped the ball and he was let go with a warning, as the victim's mother said that she wouldn't ask him to be arrested as long as he made no future contact with her daughter. Because of the victim's age and how Florida state law works, the police could have taken Dobby in then despite the wishes of the victim and the mother, but they didn't. Dobby's excuse? He didn't realize she was that young and that he was sorry. In 2009, Dahive Vanity was arrested while playing on stage in Denver, Colorado. His former bandmate Garrett Ecstasy and one other person allegedly discovered Vanity alone on their tour bus with two underage girls right before they were due to go on stage. One of the girls told the police that Dahive Vanity had allegedly forced her to perform oral sex. After spending a few days in jail, he was released and he claimed that she had failed an R kit and had mental issues. In another case, Dahive Vanity allegedly flew in an underage girl to visit him and made her stay in a hotel nearby. When the victim asked him how she was going to get home because he had only purchased a one-way ticket and she had no money, he told her that she had to pay him with oral sex, and each time she did it, $50 would go towards her plane ticket home. According to J. Von Monroe, flying girls in and meeting them at hotels wasn't uncommon for Vanity. So many stories from victims, each story more horrifying than the last. For well over a decade, Dahive Vanity allegedly violently R'd, M'd, and sexually assaulted women, most of which were underage at the time. He also manipulated many of them, making them believe that what he had done was somehow okay, that they were somehow responsible, and then would act like nothing had happened while going back to his formal charming self, confusing them even more. So, how does Jeffree Star fit into all of this? After Blood on the Dance Floor dissolved in 2016, Dahive Vanity removed himself from the spotlight and moved in with his parents in Florida. For the last year, he has been putting himself back out there trying to make a name for himself yet again by releasing new music and selling new merch. His return has many people concerned because they fear that he'll try to prey on his young fans again. In an attempt to bring awareness, several YouTubers have begun to share the victims' stories, as well as discuss the history of Dahive Vanity and Blood on the Dance Floor, which Jeffree Star was a part of, and his involvement was, and still remains to be, controversial, and a lot of people are very upset with him. According to Jeffree Star, he and Dahive Vanity have been friends for many years. Jeffree and Blood on the Dance Floor had gone on tours together and even recorded songs. But, despite their friendship, Jeffree Star decided to expose his friend on August 21st, 2010, after witnessing something truly horrific while on tour. He tweeted, "I no longer support Blood on the Dance Floor and how disgusting Dahvie is. Touching children and enjoying the attention is evil. F off, sicko. Being on tour with that child effer has made me see the truth. I regret ever doing a song with that pig. Rest in peace, 'cause you'll never be me. If you support that piece of crap, then unfollow me because you're supporting a child M. Dahvie is the lowest, worthless scum I have ever met. I'm going to speak the truth till I die. We saw Blood on the Dance Floor Dahvie bring underage girls to his hotel rooms and do sexual things. 100% illegal." When Jeffree Star put those tweets out there, he received a mixture of both praise and criticism from fans. One fan tweeted, "I'm very glad Jeffree Star doesn't blind himself to the disgusting acts of Dahive Vanity." Another fan tweeted, @Jeffree Star, "Oh my god, WTF, really? Dahive Vanity touches children? What the F?" Someone else wrote, @Jeffree Star, Dahive Vanity is a piece of crap. This fan wrote, "Jeffree Star made it so clear that Dahive Vanity is a child M." And finally, this fan tweeted, "I love Jeffree Star for calling out that child M Dahive Vanity. Jeffree Star is like a queen of Real B Island." But as I said, not everyone was thrilled with Jeffree Star publicly bringing attention to the open secret. A Dahive Vanity stan tweeted, "Jeffree Star is a lying attention whore. End of story. Blood on the Dance Floor forever." Another upset stan tweeted, "Jeffree Star needs to stop telling lies about Dahive Vanity." And finally, this stan tweeted, @Jeffree Star, the whole Dahive Vanity thing is a lie and you know it, so stop trying to ruin his career. Jeffree Star publicly called out his former friend for allegedly doing sexually inappropriate acts with underage girls while on tour, so why is everyone so upset with him today? To be quite honest, people have been angry with him about the Dahive Vanity situation long before now, but the years buried the controversy, and the reason people are getting upset today is because the past is being dug up because the victims are finally speaking out and telling their stories. Nearly a year after publicly calling out Dahive Vanity for preying on underage girls, stating that Dahvie is a child effer and a sicko, Jeffree Star tweeted the following in 2011, much to the shock and disappointment of a number of his fans. "We all get over the past. Everything with Blood on the Dance Floor and I is great. Stop the negativity and smile." And he didn't stop there. Less than a month later, he tweeted, "Just performed Sexting with Blood on the Dance Floor at Warped Tour. Epic." And then he tweeted, "Going to see CreepShow play in LA tonight, then party time with my bees. @ItTommy, @Tyler Carter, @Blood on the Dance Floor, @Maddie Beautiful." So, let me get this straight. Nearly a year after publicly stating that he himself saw Dahive Vanity be sexually inappropriate with underage girls in his hotel rooms, he's just going to come out and say, "Oh, it's in the past and we're great now," and then go ahead and do a performance like nothing happened? What? J. Von Monroe stated in his recent interview with Chris Hansen that after Jeffree Star went on his Twitter rant against Dahvie, he was shocked to see Jeffree come onto their tour bus. He thought a fight was going to break out, but there wasn't one. Both Dahive Vanity and Jeffree Star acted like nothing had happened and were seemingly friends again. As for Jeffree's Twitter rant, he deleted the vast majority of them with no explanation. It seemed like water under the bridge, and in 2012, Jeffree Star tweeted out even more support and love for both Blood on the Dance Floor and Dahive Vanity. He tweeted, "Just left the Key Club with Akon, performing Sexting with Blood on the Dance Floor and J. Von Monroe. Love my brothers so much." He also tweeted, "Going to visit J. Von Monroe and Blood on the Dance Floor on the set of their new music video. Love my boys." Finally, he also tweeted this in 2012, "Love my brother @Blood on the Dance Floor Music, aka Dahive Vanity. His new album is out next week. Everyone better be getting it." Wow. Just wow. It doesn't stop there either. On August 5th, 2012, Jeffree asked his fans on Twitter if he should go back on tour with Blood on the Dance Floor. He tweeted, "How would you guys feel about me and Blood on the Dance Floor touring in the fall? #IdeaB." And then 10 days later, on August 15th, 2012, he tweeted the following: "Can't wait to finally be back on tour in the fall with my brothers Dahive Vanity and J. Monroe. Hashtag the scene is dead." So, it was official. Jeffree Star, who once accused Dahive Vanity of being a child pred, was going back on the road with him for the Scene is Dead tour. During the tour, Jeffree Star tweeted the following: "So much love for Dahive Vanity. After 7 years of friendship, nothing can tear us apart. Hashtag sorry ho." And then someone decided to ask him a question many were wondering about. "So why did you make false accusations about him?" Dahive Vanity himself responded to this person. He tweeted, "Jeffree has apologized to my face for making those false accusations. It's dead and buried. We are cool again." And Jeffree replied shortly after, "I love Dahive like a brother." Yikes. A whole lot of yikes. So, the question now is, why the hell did Jeffree Star backtrack on his disapproval of Dahive Vanity? After researching this story for several days, I've come up with several theories. Jeffree Star was complicit with Dahive Vanity's behavior. Jeffree was in serious financial trouble and needed to make nice because he needed the money. Jeffree Star lied about what he saw to further damage Dobby's image. Dahive Vanity threatened Jeffree Star with a lawsuit for slander and defamation of character. Jeffree Star was under contract. I'll go ahead and say this, that I don't believe for a second that Jeffree Star lied about what he saw while he was on tour. With the stories of the victims lining up to what Garrett Ecstasy and J. Monroe have said that they have witnessed, it is likely that Jeffree Star was telling the truth. Besides, Jeffree was already well known with a huge following, so I don't believe he had much to gain in my opinion. The next theory I'd like to discuss is the idea that Jeffree Star was complicit with Dahive Vanity's behavior. This one is a bit difficult. On the one hand, if Jeffree Star was actually complicit, why would he bother exposing Dahive Vanity on Twitter in the first place? But, on the other hand, some of his behavior after the fact could lend one to believe that maybe he was. He deleted the vast majority of those tweets, essentially retracting his statement. Performing with, going on tour with, and recording a new song with Dahive Vanity sure does make it seem like he wasn't bothered. Thanks to YouTuber CreepShow pointing this out on her Twitter and in her video, Jeffree Star has a video of Dahive Vanity grinding on an alleged underage girl on stage during a performance with Jeffree Star right there, which doesn't look good. Also, in YouTuber Pastel Belle's video, victim Damien Leonhardt, also known as Jesse Slaughter, discusses how Jeffree Star seemed to be complicit to the behavior going on around him. I urge you to check out that video, and I will be sure to link it down below. Damien said that she was the one Jeffree Star tweeted about. He saw her, and then he just backed off defending her, possibly due to the fact that there was no benefit financially. The next theory that I find to be most likely is that Jeffree Star was in serious financial trouble and he needed to get back on Dobby's good side so he could join the Scene is Dead tour because he needed the money. Jeffree Star signed with Convict Music in 2010, but despite that, he was in serious financial trouble. Jeffree explained in the first series that he did with Shane Dawson that he had spent all the money he had made from MySpace, that his bank account was frozen, and that he had tax liens that needed to be paid. Things with Akon's music Convict label weren't going well as Akon found himself in legal trouble and Jeffree was never able to release his second album. Add on to the fact that he was trying to start Jeffree Star Cosmetics in March of 2013, money was in very short supply and the lifestyle that he was accustomed to was dwindling away. Playing nice and acting like he and Dahive Vanity were buddy-buddies so he could go on tour and sell merch to keep him afloat, and then dumping him as soon as he was financially able to is a possibility, but it doesn't explain the overly supportive tweet saying that he loved them. The last theory is that Dahive Vanity manipulated Jeffree Star and Jeffree Star was scared. J. Monroe mentioned in his Hansen interview that Dahive Vanity often manipulated him during their time together. He also said that he was often short-tempered and aggressive, firing people for seemingly no reason. In the end, we don't know the real reason why Jeffree Star backtracked on calling Dahive Vanity a child pred, and as of the time of me filming this video, he has yet to make a formal statement. It's hard to know if he will. He may not legally be allowed to. As Shane Dawson mentioned in his video, Jeffree Star isn't allowed to talk about certain things regarding his past music career. And now it's time for my 2 cents. I'd like to start off by saying this. For all you Jeffree Star stans out there, I do not hate Jeffree Star. I am not here to cancel him, and I've been a loyal customer of his since 2016. That being said, however, I have no problem calling him out when he F's up, especially when it's the right thing to do. The simple fact of the matter is that Jeffree Star was wrong to backtrack on him calling out Dahive Vanity as a child pred, especially after having witnessed Dahive Vanity being sexually inappropriate with minors in his hotel room. I am extremely disappointed by his behavior, and it makes me sick to my stomach to think of how many more victims came after, all because it was blown off as a mere rumor started by crazy attention seekers and jealous haters. I feel, in my opinion, that Jeffree's desire for money as he was struggling and also a desire for fame and success clouded his better judgment, making him complacent to the illegal behavior that was going on around him. Is Jeffree Star the only one to be complacent? Of course not, and they are equally as guilty for not doing the right thing by turning Dahive Vanity into the authorities. Dahvie had many people around him. His team was there, and if Jeffree Star saw what he said he saw, then the likelihood others did as well is pretty high. I also feel that the Florida Police Department effed up big time back in 2007 when they didn't arrest Dahive Vanity after he physically forced his 14-year-old victim to perform oral sex on him. As I stated before, according to Florida state law, as reported in the Huffington Post, the police can still arrest and charge an adult despite the wishes of the underage victim or their guardians. If they would have taken him in the first time, future victims could have been avoided. Now, I've seen a lot of stans come after other drama channels for calling Jeffree Star out for backtracking on his calling out of Dahive Vanity, making amends, going back on tour, and creating a new song with him. The stans are saying that this is old news, who cares, you should really be mad at Dahive Vanity and not Jeffree. Well, stans, I'm here to tell you that that's a load of horseshit. A big, steaming pile of horseshit. I understand you love and live for Jeffree Star, but you need to take those rose-colored sunglasses off and wake the hell up. This is a big deal, a very big deal, especially for the victims that allegedly suffered at the hands of Dahive Vanity. Every day they have to deal with what Dahive Vanity allegedly did to them, and to see him walking around free to this day is a pain I can't even begin to imagine. Yes, we should be mostly upset with what Dahive Vanity has done, and we are, but that doesn't mean that Jeffree Star and the others should get a free pass. Jeffree Star had a large following in his MySpace days, and his fans that came to see him tour with blood on the dance floor could, and have been, put in danger. One victim of Dahive Vanity's claimed that they had gone to see Jeffree Star perform when they met Dahive Vanity. The victim claimed that she was 15 at the time and Dahive Vanity was 25. Dobby befriended her at the Jeffree Star concert, and the two chatted via text message for months. After some time, Dobby convinced her and her mother to fly down to his home in Florida so she could help him work on merch. After her mom left to head back to the hotel, Dobby told her that he was headed to bed and that she should join him. She declined. Eventually, she had to use the restroom that you can only get to by going through his room. When she walked in, Dahive Vanity trapped her, grabbed her by the hair, threw her on the floor, and forced her to perform oral sex. Turning a blind eye to Dahive Vanity's alleged behavior opened the possibility of Jeffree Star's young fans becoming Dobby's next victims. Think of it this way. Would you, knowing full well your friend is a child pred because you've seen it personally, turn a blind eye as your 10-year-old sister idolizes them? Would you let her hang out with him alone? Would you let her little 10-year-old friend hang out with him? Wouldn't you turn your friend into the authorities? I would hope so, and I very much doubt that you could continue being friends with that person. How could you live with yourself if you did? How can Jeffree Star live with himself today? The guilt would eat away at me. Listen, it's okay to be a fan of someone, but don't become so enamored with them that you can't see when they do something wrong. If this wasn't about Jeffree Star, would you still be upset with me for covering this story? Any good fan, any good friend that actually cares for someone isn't afraid to tell someone that they love, like, admire, that they've effed up because it's the right thing to do. Now on to the Dahive Vanity stands. Please be careful. As I just said, don't become so enamored with him that you can't see the red flags. Please go read or listen to the victim stories and understand that this 35-year-old man can be extremely dangerous. If all of the allegations being made against Dahive Vanity are in fact true, you need to stay as far away from him as possible. Do not try to meet him. Guys like this do not change and in some cases can escalate into something far worse. He does not understand you. He has nothing in common with teenage girls. He uses this as a way to manipulate you into thinking he cares about you, but he doesn't. He does not, cannot love you. If you are a victim of Dahive Vanity, I am so sorry for everything that you've been through, and if you've spoken out, I commend you for your courage to do so. If you haven't, I implore you to please contact the proper authorities. He will not stop until he is behind bars. Parents, if your child is a fan of Dahive Vanity's, please do your research on him and monitor the things that your children are listening to, and check to make sure that they aren't having a private conversation with him. If you're interested in learning more about how stan culture can be dangerous, I urge you to watch my The Danger of Stan Culture video. I'll link it at the end of this video and down below. In conclusion, as I stated before, I'm extremely disappointed in how Jeffree Star handled this situation all those years ago. If he legally can, he should make a statement discussing why he did what he did, whether the allegations he made were true, and finally issue a sincere apology to not only his fans but the victims as well. What do you all think? Do you think that Jeffree Star needs to formally address his past relationship with Dahive Vanity and why he did what he did? Let me know in the comments down below, but remember to be kind to one another. We can all have our own opinions and be adult about it. Vicious attacks, name-calling, and petty insults will not be tolerated. Thank you. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much again for spending some time with me today. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, if you are new here and you enjoy these types of videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Everyone give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you very shortly on the next one. Bye!